Hello, welcome to the session on Research for Life, which is the wonderful set of resources that are provided to you through your library. It's created by the International Labour Organization, and what they've done is take electronic online resources available to rich universities around the world, and they've provided a package which you can access a lot of the wonderful resources that are available. And it's provided through the library. You'll be given a password for it by the librarian. When you log in to Research for Life, this is the home page. This is what it looks like. And it lists all the different collections that are available to users, as well as links to training videos and guides. GOALI is the collection focused on law and law resources, and social sciences resources as well. So you can see there that you've got Hinari, Agora, Ardi, GOALI and OARE. So those are the main resource collections that are available to you. Oops. I'm trying to move forward and it's not working. I'm not sure why. Oh, here we go. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, so getting started with Research for Life. The content here on this particular page is actually a list of some of the presentations that they have available for you on how to register and how to download the presentations. Most of the time you won't need that. You'll just be able to get into the database and have a look and find the resources that you want to use. The content that's associated with GOALI is listed here, and it tells you that it has law and social sciences, economics, philosophy and history within the collection. There are thousands of resources here, both journals and journal articles and books. On the left-hand side, you can see that the collections that they have available dealing with those topics do actually spread across some of the other collections as well. And so, and you'll be able to sort of, by doing a search, find material across all of the Research for Life collections. Materials are included, and the access key to retrieved items is shown under the type of content, where you'll see that there are journals, books, reference sources, databases, free collections, a list of publishers, and subjects type of content, and we'll come to each of those in a moment. In the results, when you get a result for a search, you'll get these little little green boxes next to them, and those boxes tell you whether the title is provided free of charge or whether you can't access it. In most cases, you'll find that the information provided to you is available and you can access it. But sometimes it is restricted. It will depend on the publisher as to whether it is or not available to you through Research for Life. When you have done a search, you'll be able to narrow the results down from the main search. You can use the main search box, but you can narrow the results down by these categories on the left-hand side of the screen, which tell you the topics, where the collection is, the content type, and what the subject is of the item that you're looking for. So in this instance, what I have done in narrowing my search is to say I want material from GOALI, I want it to be journal article, and I want it to be dealing with law. And therefore my results are narrowed down from that point of view. These boxes are called facet boxes, by the way. So in that box across the top there, the red box, that's where I can do my search, and now I've narrowed down what the results will be when I get them brought back to me. Okay, so that's what those little red boxes there mean. When you do a broad search or a general search, it can have a high number of results. For example, in the search that I put in, which was Myanmar human rights, I got 1,257 items in my research. So the more targeted research can be achieved not only by using the facets on the left, but also by using their advanced search screen. And we'll have a look at that in a moment. So you can also see on this page, you can also limit your search to publication date within the last year, the last 2 years, or the last 10 years. So sometimes you'll know that something you're looking for is very recent, and you can narrow the search down from that list there. To create a more relevant search, you'd select that little advanced search button, which is underneath the red search box where it says advanced search. And from that, you get a template that looks like the one on the screen now. And you have a couple of options there for narrowing your search right from the start. What I have decided to do for this search is to limit my geographic location to Myanmar, and then to limit the subject term, a subject term to human rights, and also to say that I want to limit the publication to 10 years. So I only want any items that have been written within the last 10 years. You can see there that you can still narrow your search even further by the content type, the discipline, or the language by ticking various boxes in all of those different columns. All right, so you can also exclude, if you want to exclude book reviews or dissertations, you can do that as well. The results screen gives you brief information on each title, whether you can access it in full text online or in PDF, and the options on the left are there to narrow your results. And it also shows the numbers of each content type. So for my search, there are 218 journal articles, 19 book reviews, magazine articles, and conference proceedings. And there's the first of the results. There is an article in the Journal of International Criminal Justice from 2019 on human rights enforcement at the borders. And it gives me a little summary of the article. And then it tells me underneath that it's a journal article. It's available to me as a PDF, as full text online, and it has some more options. And then there's a preview option as well. You can click that and it will allow you to preview the article. Oops, sorry, I've gone one page too far. The little icons on the right-hand side of the article allow you to export the article if you want to, and most of you will be using Zotero, so you can export it in Zotero, and it will allow you also to copy a link to the article. So those are the little icons on the right-hand side that you can use. And then at the bottom there's that little rainbow-coloured circle, and that is a link to different social media lists where the article has either been blogged or tweeted or referenced. Some people might find that useful to know that it's been blogged by a person. You might want to go and read the blog, or you might want to find out what people have tweeted about that article. So all those things are built into that particular start of the results screen of the article. When you click on the preview option below the article, it actually takes you in to the article itself, and it gives you, you can see there, a permanent link. So you can find a permanent link to that article, which you may wish to keep for reviewing it, to download it at a later stage, or to come back and read it at a later stage. So Research4Life gives you all of these facilities and interchangeabilities that you can get with with all the various commercial databases. That's one way of using, and that was for looking at journal articles and various things to do with book articles on different topics. There is also a collection of legislation, if you need it, called NATLEX, and that database has a whole range of national labour, social security and different human rights legislation across all the nations of the world, and it's maintained by the International Labour Organization. So sometimes you might be looking for specific legislation dealing with human rights in a country, and looking up NATLEX is a place to find that legislation without doing a search across the whole internet. To get to NATLEX, you click Databases from the homepage, the Unified Portal homepage, and then you select ILO for International Labour Organization, and then you select NATLEX. So you do have to go a slightly different way to get to the legislation, but it's well worth knowing this shortcut if you're doing anything looking at different legislation across different jurisdictions dealing with human rights issues.